One shall stand, one shall fall. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
This review is brought to you by That's Just Prime, a Beast Wars podcast, a new episodic review podcast from myself and Arrowfire, whom you should subscribe to if you're not already. We're discussing each and every episode of the Transformers Beast Wars series, along with sporadic episodes on toys, films, etc., with some guests thrown in. This is Transformers Studio Series The Transformers the Movie. Or Studio Series 86 Megatron, a long-awaited, highly G1 accurate, at least in robot mode, depiction of the mighty Decepticon leader. Now yes, it looks funny in the box due to the free space, but this is for merchandising reasons, as the leader boxes need to match up on the shelves, and as boxes are sized for larger figures such as Grimlock and the Fallen, it makes sense. Megatron comes with his obligatory instruction sheet, his fusion cannon, cannon barrel, laser sword, and a mini version of himself in an approximation of his original Walther P38 alt mode. The fusion cannon looks alright, though weirdly the central section looks like it's a little bit upside down-ish. It can of course peg into the forearm via a 5mm port. The cannon tip is also 5mm compatible and can be used with effects parts if they fit. The barrel tip can be pegged into his back for that iconic G1 look, or anywhere else you want to put it for a 5mm peg. His laser sword can be held in either hand, it just presses in. When removing it sometimes pops out the hand from the ball joint, which is a little annoying but it's easy enough to put back. The laser sword can also be stored on his back. Finally, the laser pistol, that for some reason resembles a squared off Walther P38, but for legal reasons, isn't one. You can peg it into his hand, arm, or on his back for storage. A great inclusion if you ask me. While the mighty Megatron spins around like a mighty rotisserie chicken, let's talk about him. First, there's been a massive discourse about the colour of his legs, lower legs specifically. To the naked eye, and in most light conditions, they are a bluish grey. Not fully blue, and not as grey as I would like, and how they look on camera is very light dependent. Bright white lights like I tend to use bring out the blue. Speaking of his legs, those big feet provide a fantastic base for a lot of dynamic posing, including walking poses. What do you think of the bluish grey on the legs? Let me know in the comments below. Taking a closer look at Megatron. Megatron has a fantastic head sculpt with a menacing expression, piercing red eyes under that black brow. The shape of the bucket head looks pretty good too. A crispy Decepticon symbol tampoed on the chest and well applied paintwork highlighting the abdomen details. Unfortunately, some of the reds on the elbows and on the sides could be a little neater, and they can be prone to scratching. There's also a lot of paint on the shins and the side of the lower legs, so just be mindful when manipulating them. Megs has built-in front and rear hip skirts, though in this case it works really well, nicely moulded to gap fill themselves. The side skirts are a hinge and they can be flicked into the back for a more slimline display option. I do take slight issue with the hands. They have the index finger and 3-finger split thing, like we've had with SS86 Optimus, but due to this moulded piece below the thumb, the fingers don't fully close into the palm, resulting into an odd look. Purely a nitpick, but I thought I'd point it out. We may as well talk articulation. Head is on a ball joint, allowing for full rotation, a tiny bit forward and a little back, and a small amount of waggle. He has nice forward butterfly joints, plus if you slightly mistransform the joint, you can get a rear butterfly and a deeper forward joint. He has universal He has universal shoulders with an unhindered full range, bicep swivels, past 90 degrees single jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists though primarily just for rotation, fingers as mentioned, unhindered waist rotation, no ab crunch unfortunately, universal hips with a full range in all directions, thigh swivel, single jointed knee that goes just past 90, foot pivot and ankle tilt. Articulation is fantastic, though a couple of notes. When articulating the feet, the lower legs, specifically the front panel, can sometimes come apart. Secondly, the knees are a little weak. Unfortunately, they're pinned, so you can't just tighten up a screw, but again, very poseable and a great presence. Size comparison time. Here with Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime KO MD005, take a breath. Age of the Prime's Megatronus, who is not a pre-tool for this Megatron, let's just repeat that. Age of the Prime's Alchemist Prime, Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus, and Titan's Return Overlord. Transformation time. There's a few steps, but it's pretty good. First, open the forearm panels fully. Fold away the hand into the arm. Now the cool part, to hide the elbow joint. Spin around the forearm panels, and then close them back up again. A neat way to do it. Now to pull out the shoulder assembly, pull forward the butterfly, then backwards. A slight bit of upwards pressure will help clear the retention tab. Lift up the back panel and extend the whole assembly out. Fold down the ab panel, then fold forward the chest panel. Fold away his head, swing the chest panel out and then swing it back up, tabbing it into this position. Unfold the additional chest panel, rotate the waist 180, swing back the hip skirts and swing back the legs 90 degrees, tapping the skirts into the back of the thighs. Unfold the waist and swing the whole lot around, tabbing what was the back panel into the crotch here. Rotate the arm assembly 180, swing the arms forward and then fold the double hinges into this position, tabbing them together here. Fold forward the feet and open up the shin panel, swing out the lower leg blocks, untab and swing down this panel, unfold the block into a straight position, open this panel and unfold this piece, then close it back up. Repeat the same for the other end, then fold up the central panel as like a double hinge thing, completing the tread profile. Swing the whole tread around, tabbing it into the main body. Collapse in the shin panels in under that double hinge position of the shoulders. There's little recesses that they sort of settle into. Fold in the feet to this position, tabbing them in place, then fold the toe in. Rotate the forearms into this orientation and swing them out slightly. Take the fusion cannon and unfold this rear panel. Collapse it up, slot the exposed cavity over the hinge assembly and then close the arms in, tabbing it all together. Insert the small barrel into the fusion cannon and job done. Here we have a Walther tank. Yeah, we have a tank. Once you get the transformation, it's quite fun and enjoyable to flip between modes. Megatron's other weapons can of course be stored in the 5mm ports as you wish. Tank's alright.
I mean, it's alright.
Don't get me wrong, the engineering's fantastic. Turning a G1 Megatron robot into a tank and still having the robot look like it can turn into the original alt mode is amazing. The biggest letdown is the pivot point for the turret. More than 20 or 30 degrees turn and it breaks the sculpt badly. Also, no real up and down on the turret. Otherwise, it does the job. Size comparisons in tank mode, here with Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime, Studio Series Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, my previous review, the AS Toys Eva Prime, check out that review, and the Age of the Primes Skybite. Studio Series Megatron is awesome. The fact that they've been able to achieve such an accurate G1 Megatron robot mode without much compromise and still have it convert to a decent tank is brilliant. Hats off to the Takara and Hasbro design teams. I feel the leader value is warranted here. There isn't many flaws, a few more accessories wouldn't have hurt, like the gun he shoots Prime with in the movie.
I thought you were made of sterner stuff. No, you don't, Megatron!
That mini masterpiece feel without the crazy masterpiece price tag, or the never-ending transformation. Hi, Ian. I highly recommend getting your hands on this if possible. A great addition to any Transformers collection. That was Transformers Studio Series, the Transformers the movie, Transformers! Or Studio Series 86, Megatron. Appreciate everyone watching. Please stick around for a few snippets of my podcast that I do with Arrowfire. That's Just Prime, a Beast Wars podcast. We'd love if you follow us for fortnightly episodes. And I'll catch you on the next one.
I didn't know that apparently Tigatron is spelled Tiga and then Tron rather than Tigertron.
Yeah,
I
always write it
like
as
only like
Tiger, like Tiger, like
yeah. I saw that like 2 years ago. Like, I've been doing Tigatron.
Oh bother!
I did not know you had
this
that.
This is a Winnie the Pooh podcast. Welcome to That's Just Pooh, a Winnie the Pooh podcast.
I mean, in every sense of the word, that's just Pooh, isn't it? Good intro. The music does make it a bit cheesy, and you're right, it's very reboot. But he gets right underneath the nose cone of the ship in freefall, gives it every jet he possibly could. I mean that is a show of strength. I mean, early he's been battered in battle. He's thrown up Dinobot some distance as well, and now he's got enough strength left over to lift a ship down.
The sheer amount of thrust on those prime jets is mind-boggling.
Just a bit, yeah. But he's really giving it full beans. But that's exactly what I've got. He puts it down in exactly
full beans. He's a Heinz beans factory at this point. Like
he's every bean that's ever been.
Every bean that will bean and has been.
Will bean. Best there is, the best there was, the better ever will be. But anyway, he puts him down on task.
I hate Bill. The beans hate Bill Goldberg too. Keep going. We're off the rails.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Yes, my name is Arafire, and welcome to Let's Talk. No, that's my own stuff. Let's do that again, shall we?
Have it.
One for the outtakes.